Well, we'll follow up in the continuous updates that has been coming in of this dangerous chemical trap in which over 300 kgs of explosives that were seized by Jammu and Kashmir police in the Faridabad terror module that was busted appears to have processed explosives and triggers on this mysterious input. As far as this highly inflammable chemical is concerned, what it is and is it the similar kind of an incident that was witnessed in Delhi? Well, that remains to be seen as the investigation and now seems to be focusing on this highly inflammable chemical. Because as Priyank and Sahil continue to be with us, Sahil, the exact trail of investigation, right from the posters that we're looking at till the time the police reached, where they seized and recovered several hundred kgs of these explosives, mainly that were also procured from the local and open markets there, from fertilizers, from other easily available chemicals that were procured to make this deadly explosive. Sahil, just explain to us the movement happening around you. I believe that entire stretch of road has been cordoned off where the police station is located.
The road has been basically sealed and nobody is being allowed to move, in fact, go near the police station premises. But let me get a word from the local resident who resides near the police station. सोनू जी, आप यहीं रहते हैं? कल 11 बजे 20 मिनट के करीब क्या हुआ?
अचानक ऐसा धमाका हो जैसे कि लगा एयर स्ट्राइक हो गई। इतना बड़ा धमाका हुआ, पूछने की हमें समझ ही नहीं आया क्या हो रहा है। सारे मकान के हमारे शीशे टूट गए, खिड़कियां टूट गई। हम समझने से ही कासिर रहे कि हुआ क्या एक्चुअली।
So these are basically local residents who narrate the intensity of the blast that, in fact, the explosion that occurred inside the police station Naugam in Srinagar. The IGP of, in fact, IG CRPF now moving out of the premises of police station Naugam, Srinagar. As I said, top officials from Jammu and Kashmir Police, CRPF and other security agencies are continuously going inside the police station, assessing the situation and, in fact, returning back. Because we are given to understand that they will be, in fact, the Jammu and Kashmir Police and other security agencies together will be briefing Ministry of Home Affairs after, in fact, 10 a.m. today. The Ministry of Home Affairs will be made aware what went wrong with these explosives inside the premises of police station. That's why every single agency and their, in fact, top officials are visiting the premises of police station. And on ground zero, the BDS, the FSL and other teams are also inside police station, in fact, trying to carry out the investigation and trying to figure out what really went wrong. Priority for Jammu and Kashmir Police late last evening was the excavation, in fact, evacuating the injured cops to hospital and saving as many as they can, because the situation was really terrible. So step by step, I'm going to tell you.
The locals, they are also, saying that what they witnessed, rather what they heard, because the explosion and the intensity was such that it shattered the window panes of their house. It was something that the earth trembled, according to them, and the intensity of this blast was so much that it could be heard to several kilometers away from the blast site or this explosion site. But Priyank, when it comes to procurement of these chemicals that was actually used to make these chemicals and these explosives, rather, how easily were they available in open markets? What is being said, even the extraction that happened through fertilizers into making such kind of bombs and explosives?
See, there are fertilizers which have been banned in India because they could have been used for the explosive material. That's why the Nepal route is certainly something on which agencies are also working upon. This is what our colleague was also reporting earlier, that this is quite possible that this huge amount of chemical could have been brought from the Nepal road. But when we did the ground check, we could see that more than 300 to 400 kg of explosive was also found, or I would say the chemical was also purchased from Nuh and Mewat area, and there are several other locations from where this agriculture used fertilizers would have been used by these suspects. But what is very worrying, Amitabh, that the kind of chemical which could have led to the blast in 2020 Lebanon and the Beirut port attack, port blast case, is certainly resembling to this particular pattern, and the visit of these the suspects to Turkey, where they had met the handlers who have been working on the best of the Jaish-e-Mohammed and ISKP, is certainly a worrying thing. Fact of the matter is that the probe for identifying the exact kind of chemical has been given to the BDS team of the National Security Guards, and till the time the NSG actually comes out and gives the exact nature of the chemical which they had found in the chemical which was used, spotted from the blast site, and the kind of chemical which was also recovered by the Jammu and Kashmir police, it will be very difficult to say that what kind of chemical it was. But the manner in which this is exploding without any kind of trigger, without any kind of initiation.
The danger would have lied right from the beginning, because the pictures earlier that are now coming in from the recoveries that was made from that Faridabad module, the terror module that was busted, we are looking at policemen with any gear. And the transportation then happened from Faridabad, say, to Jammu and Kashmir to Nogam. It would have been still a very dangerous route that would have been taken up by the experts there. And what exactly were they doing so late at night when it comes to this inspection? What was being said was being carried out of these explosive material, because it is still not clear what triggered the blast, because it could have happened anywhere then, right from the time when these explosives were also being transported. But unfortunately, the information that we are breaking for our viewers, the death toll has gone up. We're going to talk about the death toll. Earlier, it was being reported to 7. Now it has gone up to 9. 2 more. As far as individuals who succumb to injuries, mainly who are policemen and forensic experts, who were present at the Nogam police station when this massive explosion happened. Top officials there at the site, as we were getting the pictures, as Sahil was reporting live, the state DGP also at the site. But the death toll has now gone up, Sahil, unfortunately. 29 people injured. Maybe the injuries can also go up. 27 injured now. We were earlier reporting 29. But of those, 2 of them injured, unfortunately, have succumbed.
Well, the number of, in fact, casualties in this particular explosion has gone up to 9, including a local tailor who was basically brought in by police inside the police station to help them cover the explosives. So this is what we are picking up from the sources. Locals also confirming here that he is among the one.
I think we're just going to come back to that big update, Sahil, because we are trying to get in experts as well, and what are their thoughts as to exactly what the country is now dealing with. Major General A.K. Sivach is connected with us. Sivach, sir, this unfortunate explosion being reported at a Nogam police station in Jammu and Kashmir. What are your thoughts on that? The death toll unfortunately has gone up, but mainly those who have died are forensic experts and policemen.
No doubt about it. It's an unfortunate incident which has taken place. Now, after what has taken place in Delhi, now you'll find that upswing of the terrorist activity all across the country. And if Nagaon incident which has taken place where 27 people that you are saying are injured and 2-3 have come to the injury, it's a cause of concern. So we have to be very, very alert now. You'll find it that this IED blast which has taken place is not the only one. The way the things are now panning out, be it in Pakistan or be it in India, Pakistan also number of blasts are taking place. But this terrorist activity in India will increase. Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish-e-Mohammed will become more bold. And you find it that it's not only confined to J&K. We have to be careful in the complete, the mainland, the country. Because the way this incident, Red Fort, has taken place, this white-collar terrorism ecosystem has now come in the forefront, which we never thought that the doctors can get involved into terrorist activity. At the same time, what has happened in Nagaon just need to be investigated as to how this incident taken place. But yes, in J&K, such incidents have been taking place in last 10 to 12 years, but it has not taken place other than J&K. But now it has taken place in Red Fort after about 15 years. That's a cause of concern. But it looks to me that there will be more upswing of terrorist activity in complete the nation. We have to be alert. And you'll find that infiltration attempts will become increased more.
Yes.
Before the passes closes in northern part of the Kashmir.
That is usually seen with the onset of the winters there. But that mainly happens, along the line of control. But this time, as you said, sir, the concern is now being raised on the mainland as well, with this heightened terror activities being reported. Thank you very much, Sivatsa, for your point of view. But the question